timeout called by the Eagles. Quay Walker makes the tackle. And a reminder to stay with us for the NFL playoffs on Westwood One Halftime Report, sponsored by Wendy's. Scott Graham will recap the Bills' 28-14 win over the Broncos, and he'll chat with Washington coach Dan Quinn, who I'm sure will have his hat on backwards. Freshen up your morning with Wendy's breakfast, like a breakfast baconator. Ready for a fresh wake-up call? Gotta be Wendy's at participating U.S. Wendy's.
I love that he goes backwards.
I do too.
I think it's cool. It's unique. I think it ingratiates him with the players. Yeah, you don't see nearly as many backwards hats as you used to.
No.
I'm looking out in the stands right now. I don't see a single person with their hat on backwards. That used to be so... When did that become uncool?
I don't know, but I do see a guy that has his knit hat on backwards, so maybe that's the same thing. Second down at 4 from the 39-yard line of Green Bay. Eagles moving from left to right. Gainwell is in the ball game in the backfield. Trips to the far side. One receiver to the right. Second down. Hurts. Comes back to pass. Steps up to the pocket. It's funny. Time throws to the middle. Incomplete. His intended receiver, Dallas Goedert, was covered up by Evan Williams, and Goddard wanted a pass interference. It'll be third down.
Boy, it certainly felt like Evan Williams was draped all over Dallas Goedert. He got there early, made contact early, and was all over him. I think Evan Williams got away with one there.
All right, so now if you're the Eagles on third down, you have to think about where Jake Elliott's range is with 26 seconds to play. He's 1 for 7 from 50 yards and beyond.
Likely 4-down territory. Wouldn't be surprised if they run it here.
On third down, Goddard goes in motion. Under the shotgun is Hurts. Takes the high snap, cuts back to pass. He's going to throw. Throws on a slant to Brown, but throws it right at his feet. Incomplete. Valentine. Nixon in on the coverage. There's some booing going on here. It'll be fourth down, and what will they do? Let's see. There's been a big talk this week. What would he do on fourth down in less than 5?
Well, and I think this being, such a long field goal attempt, I think this is the right call for sure. This would be 56, 57 yards. I think the more interesting thing is the Packers just compressing the pocket. It feels like it's getting to Hurts.
Fourth down and 4. No Barkley. It's Gainwell in the backfield, and we've got movement. I believe it's going to go against Mailata and the left side of that offensive line.
False start. Offense, number 88. Penalty. Fourth down.
So it's Goddard who's called for the penalty. Mailata was moving too.
So what they did was Goddard moved laterally very abruptly. And they're going to say that was the false start, like that he was almost imitating the start of the play as the Eagles were trying to get a free 5 yards, but he went laterally. He didn't go down the field. I think he was so abrupt that they actually called it on him.
So fourth down, Reed is back at his 10. Man is on the punt. Money from left to right. This one's spinning like a top, and Reed will take it on his knees at the 11-yard line. It'll give us a chance to pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Westwood One, your home for the NFL playoffs and Super Bowl 59.
KCFX HD4 Harrisonville, 103.7 FM, K279BI Kansas City, Sports Radio 810 WHB, Kansas City.
You can stream the NFL playoffs on Westwood One for free, sponsored by Pfizer. This RSV season, don't drop the ball. Visit VaxAssist.com to check eligibility and schedule on RSV vaccine. Fans, a reminder, you can listen to WestwoodOneSports.com and the NFL app by asking Alexa to open Westwood One Sports or on affiliate stations, digital platforms. The Packers, with 10 seconds left to play in the first half, will take a knee and go into the locker room intent to be down 10-0, and probably Ross fortunate to be down 10-0, considering they have 3 turnovers.
Very fortunate. If I'm the Packers, I actually feel good about the fact that we're only down 10 as being down 3-0 in the turnover battle. They really dominated that second quarter of action.
Eagles will get the football when we begin the second half for a chance to move on in the postseason of the National Football League. But we are at halftime with the Eagles on top, 10-0. So they forced 3 turnovers. They scored on one of those turnovers. That's the end of the first half. When we return, Scott Graham rejoins us from our Progressive Insurance studios with the halftime report. You can save big when you bundle auto, home, or motorcycle insurance. Visit Progressive.com. You're listening to the NFL Playoffs on Westwood One.
Welcome to NFL Flag. In this game, there's a position for everyone. No matter who you are. Let's go! Throw what you got! Link up your cleats, smear on your eyeglasses, step out on the field, and start having fun. This is flag football, and this game is our game. Visit NFL.com to find a league and get playing today.
Progressive Reno small business owners don't usually like surprises because they cost you money. But the surprise that would save you money is getting discounts with commercial other local Progressive. All for your favorite employees for today. Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 7 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Most conditions. Welcome to the NFL Playoffs Halftime Report on Westwood One. Sponsored by Wendy's. Brighten up your morning. Wendy's breakfast. Light up breakfast today. Waiting for a fresh wake-up call? Gotta be Wendy's. Participating in this week. Here's your host, Scott. From our Westwood One studio, take time in Philadelphia right now in the pursuit of our NFL header here on Wild Card Sunday. Right now, Philadelphia Eagles sitting on top of a 10-0 lead over the Green Bay Packers. Earlier today in Buffalo, the other number 2 seed, the Bills, take on the Denver Broncos, number 17 in the AFC. Denver ran out to a lead in this game by scoring on their opening drive. But Buffalo controlled the ball, controlled the run game, and controlled the clock for the rest of the first half into the second. Bills got a 13-7 lead in the third quarter when Josh Allen faced a fourth down and short situation. Josh Allen was not looking for short.
They need a yard on fourth down. Shotgun snap, he's going to throw on fourth down. Steps up, rolls to his right. Holding, looking for somebody. There's nothing. He now fires to the back of the end zone. It is caught! Touchdown! Ty Johnson! Off his back foot, Allen just spun it to the back of the end zone, and Johnson dove on the ground and caught the clean. It is 19-7 Bills on a spectacular throw and catch.
That's John Sadak with the ball right here on Westwood One. That is a 21-7 game. The Bills race 31-7. They eliminate the Denver Broncos. Buffalo now welcomes the Baltimore Ravens next week. We will find out what day and time as we move on to the remainder of this weekend. For the Broncos, a tremendous season for a young team behind a rookie quarterback is done. Here's the coach, Sean Payton, afterwards.
We got beat today. It's always, especially in the postseason, that's always a bitter pill to swallow when they go down. And then it's got to fuel you and light a fire in the direction you need to go. And look, one of the things we learned early on is we got to find a way to play those games at home. You know, that's another thing that's important.
Another young team with maybe even a more electric rookie quarterback is still to come this evening. And coming up, we're going to talk with the man who basically is in charge of that quarterback in that team. Washington Commanders head coach David Quinn. Our halftime score, Philadelphia 10, Green Bay nothing. This is Westwood One's coverage of the NFL playoffs.
Window Nation customers have been singing our praises for years. With fast, local service, and an industry-leading 96% customer satisfaction rating, it's no wonder.
I've used this window company for the last year to see what the average price is for their quality of work. Window Nation will always.
Get 50% off all windows, plus no interest or payments for 2 years. Hurry, this offer ends soon. Schedule a free estimate now. Call 866-90NATION or visit windownation.com. That's 866-90NATION.
Craving a deal? Well, visit your local Good Sense to dive into their new value meals. For a limited time, get the Low G Combo Meal with a 4-inch sub, choice of chips or cookies, and a regular drink for only $5.99. Have a bigger appetite? Good Sense has you covered as well. With the Big G Value Meal, get an 8-inch sub, chips, cookie, and a large drink for only $9.99. Stop by your local Good Sense to take part in these delicious deals. Order right now
at goodcooksubs.com.
Randy Colonel Snow GMC is the Kansas City GMC Sierra EV headquarters with over 25 units in stock. The Sierra Denali EV has the longest range in class at approximately 450 miles to a single charge. This all-wheel drive truck has four-wheel steering and will crash walk. It comes standard with Super Cruise and a full-length glass roof. Denali quality with unbelievable comfort and ride. Costco members get an additional $1,000 off plus the SSJ deal. Ask for Craig Martin.
What to do if you want to take in the best opening weekend of coverage in the NFL playoffs? Then hey, Dave, take a walk on the wild side. With the final game of the wild card weekend being this Monday on Sports Radio 810 WHB when the Vikings take on the LA Rams. Coverage begins this Monday night at 7. Brought to you by the CW Farm and Ranch, Adams Toyota, the Big Biscuit, and Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance. On your home to the NFL playoffs, and Super Bowl 59. Sports Radio 810 WHB.
Welcome back to the NFL on Westwood One from Progressive Insurance Studios. I'm Scott Graham. Save big when you bundle your auto, home, motorcycle, RV, or boat. Visit Progressive.com. 10-point lead for the Eagles at halftime in Game 2 of our triple header. Game 3 has the Washington Commanders facing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Two teams who also saw one another in Week 1. Washington winning that game 37-20. Dan Quinn had his team on a roll this year at times, winning 12 games.
More snow tonight.
As a quarterback, they try to move on and advance in the postseason. I asked Dan when we talked this week what he has to do to tell his team, a young team, about how to flip the page for the intensity that comes with the postseason.
I think the first thing we want to recognize is that there is another energy that goes along in the postseason, and you want to normalize that. You should have that. It's a good thing, and use that to your benefit. That's a little bit of a turbo booster or energy that can go. So how do you apply that into the game plan? How do you apply that into the skill work for the week? So all of that energy can be used for the things to help you play well. For us, we've been in a lot of close games, so we know as the calendar turns, you're going to be in more of them in the postseason, and you've got to be ready for a little bit of the crazy and the wild. And the fact that we've been living in the crazy and the wild from this season, I like that our first-year team together has been battle-hardened and tested more so than most. So I'm thankful for those really tight, close games.
When you look at this opponent on film, there's a lot to break down and digest. What do you say?
Number one, like that complete team, and so we actually played them first week of the season, so to come full circle and to play them at the start of the second season, it's a big deal. They really handed it to us in our first game. And so what a great measuring stick to see how far we've come in the 18 weeks, see our improvement.